What's up, you guys? Welcome to my channel. It's your girl Tombi. If you're a returning subscriber, welcome back. I want you guys to know that I appreciate you. I read all your comments and I reply whenever I get the time, and just know that I love your support. In this video, I'll be talking to you guys about the side effects I experienced after having taken the AstraZeneca COVID-19 vaccine. Now, I'm gonna talk in this video in the views of me as in Tombi and not the views of me as a doctor. So don't come at me in the comments and say, oh, you're a doctor, why are you saying that this, that. So you guys just listen, and I just want to create awareness that when you do decide to get the vaccine, you'll be prepared. Unlike me, I just went in because, you know, like, I'm a frontliner, I'm at risk, so I need to reduce the chances of me getting COVID. And so I got it. So I got the vaccine on Thursday. I got off work at like 10, 11, and then I was like, okay, let me go. So I got vaccinated in UTH. We have a center there. So there was me and my friend. So we walk over there, you know, confident and stuff, but I was like having reservations. I was nervous a bit. Like, first of all, I don't like injections unless I'm doing it to you. You jabbing me, drawing blood out of me, I don't like that. It creates like anxiety in my mind, and I just feel like, oh, it's gonna hurt, even when it's not even gonna hurt. So yeah, we got over there, we got vaccinated, and then 2 hours later I came, an hour later I came home, and you guys, the first symptom I had 2 hours after vaccination was like extreme hunger. So I thought that, okay, I was working nights, I'm tired, you know, when you're up for the most of the hours of the night, you usually get hungry during the day. So I was like, okay, maybe I'm just hungry. I was eating a lot. I ate like 2 meals and I was still hungry. Until I made some tea, that's when I felt filled in my stomach. Okay, I'm full. So I came to my bedroom and I laid down, tried to sleep, nothing. I was just restless. So like late in the night at 17, 18, I started having a fever, you guys. And another thing is I was thirsty. I was drinking a lot of water but still being thirsty. The third thing I experienced was the fever. I was shivering. I'm like, guys, you know that thing where you're like, it's malaria, like you're shivering, you're feeling cold, you're under the covers, you're dressed warmly but you're still feeling cold? That's how I was feeling. And before you know it, I start feeling a headache. You know that kind of headache where you're like, when you move your head, it's like your head has gone with you. You go this side, it's like the world has gone with you. And I was like, what is this? And the crazy part is the person who I went to get vaccinated with had absolutely no symptoms. He was fine. He was feeling really good. You know, so I was confused, like, did we get the same vaccine? And then I realized that a lot of my friends who were saying that they got sick after are those who had actually been sick of COVID at some point. For me, I had it last year in like early August, and it was really bad. So like the symptoms I was having now were almost mimicking those I had when I was actually ill. But anyway, that's how vaccines work. So like, okay, no, that's another thing. I don't want to dwell on that in this video. So anyway, I start having a fever, and I'm back to feeling hungry. This is now like 19, 20, and I'm back to feeling that extreme hunger. And we managed to get me some food, so I ate, but there was no appetite. At this point, I was having a headache. I wanted to just lay down and somehow get the food in my stomach without me having to sit there and eat and just, you know, and just like get out of my bed. And it was really bad, you guys. I felt like, I don't know how to explain it, but I just know there was that fever, there was that drenching, you know, like drenching sweats. I know I fell asleep at some point, and then I just remember my clothes feeling cold. Like, that was the sweat. The sweat had drenched my clothes, and then like when I uncovered myself, I started feeling cold. Like, and because, you know, I drank a lot of water, so I was going to the toilet a lot. And after, you know, like every time I got out of the covers to go to the toilet, I came back feeling even colder. Switched on the heater, and still that was not enough. And I was just like, yo. So anyway, this is how day one was. The whole night just felt long. I tried to sleep. I'm woken up by just some pain somewhere in my back. And that's another thing as well. My back, my joints were equally in pain. They were aching like I've got some crazy infectious fever or something. And the second day I was still unwell. I was weak this time around. And I was just like, you know what, you guys, I'm going to my parents' house. So that's how I got in the car and I drove to my parents' house. And because I knew like they were gonna take care of me and they wouldn't let me do anything. I'll just lay down there, recuperate, and just like get until I felt better. So I went to my parents' house like in the morning, and I was just feeling really, really weak. They called me, come and eat breakfast. No, that's how I slept, like from 9 to 11. I was like, again, the hunger woke me up. So I got up, I went to eat. Before you know it, it's lunch. I ate lunch and I went back and I was still feeling sick. You know, I don't even know how to describe it, but I was feeling sick. Like, I'm just so sick. But the thing is, this illness I had this time around compared to when I actually had COVID, it was different in such a way that it's like my body was almost like prepared, like it was ready. And one thing that I appreciate is like, well, I was like documenting on Instagram, and so I was getting a lot of like positive responses from people who had been vaccinated, and just like tips of how to handle myself. People were like, no, take paracetamol, and I did. And it did help with the fever and the headache as well, but it was just momentary relief. So I kept, going on about it. The third day, I thought I was like, okay, my stomach started. And another thing is, throughout this whole illness, I was having crazy bowel movements. I can't say diarrhea, but it was how do I say? The stool was soft, the stool was soft. So it's not a diarrhea, but the stool was soft. So now the third day, I felt like, okay, I'm fine today. I need to go out. It's Saturday. I need to hang out with my friends. So Saturday I was out hanging out and whatnot. I felt fine because actually I had taken like 2 paracetamols and I was feeling okay. Then the next day, the next day I was still unwell. Like, another thing where that joint pain, the fever was going, but the joint pain persisted. Then Monday, so like Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, the 5th day, that's when I was like, okay, now I'm okay, let me go to work. So that's how I got up at 6 and I was able to go to work. So that's how I think I recovered a bit. So what helped me was the paracetamol and drinking lots of water, as well as just eating frequent meals, because it just seemed like my metabolism was so rapid. Now, for you guys who want to get the vaccine, let it be a personal choice. Me, as a medical person, I don't even want to advise anybody. I want it to be for them their choice. Like, you should be the one, research on your own, read up on your own, prepare yourself, and then go and get the vaccine. I'm sure at some point it's gonna be so compulsory that everybody will be like, everybody should get the vaccine. So like, before that time comes, take your time, think about it, read on it, understand your condition, like especially if you have some comorbidities, so that when you get the vaccine you're prepared. I think that's about it. I don't want to make this video so long. So if you've come to the end of the video, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you. Do leave me a comment. If you've already got the vaccine, let me know how your experience was. If you plan to get the vaccine, still more, let's interact. Tell me what your schedule is like. So like in Osaka right now, there's UTH, Levy. I think even the other general hospitals are equally vaccinated. So like UTH is not very crowded. So if you do decide to come, you're very welcome. We work from 8 to 16 every day. So thank you so much. Subscribe if you haven't already.